Hi, I'm Dev. I identify as asexual panromantic, and my pronouns are she, her.
Cool. Hi.
Hello.
So, talk to me a bit about how you came to understand your identity and what your identity means to you. Like, how do you define being asexual panromantic?
I was asexual first, and basically because I've been more aware of it than I have the panromantic side, just because of how I've been treated, especially in terms of romantic interest. Like, say at school, when other girls were talking about celebrities and stuff, and they would say like, "Oh, he's really hot" and stuff, and I just would not understand. And then so when they show me pictures, and I'm just like, yeah, I guess he's alright. I can understand the appeal. They probably, in response to that, say something along the lines of like, "Oh, you probably just haven't met the guy or anything." So I'm just there like, fair assumption. It makes sense. And then when I was 17, I was doing an essay, which honestly had nothing to do with sexuality for what it is, but it was kind of like a major theme in the book. Except I wasn't aware what sexuality was. I just thought it was actual intercourse at the time. So I looked it up, and God knows how I ended up on a website that was talking about asexuality, and I was reading through it, and I was like, holy shit, that's me. And so I was really excited over that. And yeah, that's how my asexuality came to be and how I identified. Whereas with panromanticism, it was literally only couple months ago. I've been thinking about it for since the end of 2017 probably. I just never really told anyone about this because the whole idea was still relatively new to me. I thought I used to think I was demi-heteroromantic because I've only exclusively really just felt about guys in that way and not anyone else. And then the more I read up on it and the more media I was exposed to and all that, I realized yeah, everyone's hot. Just gotta deal with it. Yeah, yeah. This is what I'm like. Yeah, good. So that's basically how it is. There.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, I used to be really big on labels just because when people ask, here is a word, and I kind of take pride in it.
Yeah.
Heh. But now I'm just well, I am who I am, and if someone asks, I do have a word for it. I just I don't really attach myself to it as much as I used to, because way back when I was still very new to the whole LGBT thing. Therefore, when I found something like a word, a term, anything that describes what I am exactly to a T, it's something that was just shocking, but also in a really good way.
Yeah.
Whereas now, I've been exposed to this for a number of years, and while obviously I'm still extremely supportive of how everyone identifies and transitions and a whole bunch of other things. For myself personally, it's not something that completely defines who I am. It is just a part of who I am, and so it's more of a yeah, this is a part of me, and if you ask about it, I can definitely explain myself. But also at the same time, there are other things that I also can focus on and identify as, and not just the LGBT part of me anymore.
Yeah.
So I've basically branched out in a way.
Sure.
Well, so I don't know if there's a better word for it. Sure, feel free.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense, dude.
Yeah. Because way back when, just another example. This is not LGBT related, but I think I was depressed and all that, but I didn't know about depression until I was in my late teens.
Yeah.
And then I spent a few good years being in denial, just oh, I'm not depressed. I just had a really bad couple of years, and then it took another few years to oh, I probably was. It's something like that, but less sad.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's yeah, I mean, this is what I am. This is what happened. All that.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Basically. So I take pride in it, clearly, but also I'm currently focusing on other things.
Yeah.
That kind of will improve me as a human being.
Hey.
Hey.
Cool. Thank you so much.